All right, so today I've got something a little bit different to share with you guys. This is something I've been working on myself for a while now, kind of to support my ideas around journaling, staying consistent, generally finding balance in life, making sure you're hitting your financial goals, your fitness goals, your responsibilities within maybe relationships or family. And I realized that I need something to keep me on track, something that I can refer to every day, really, because I think if you don't have that point of reference, it's very easy to make tiny little changes every day and you end up going miles off course over the course of maybe a couple of months or something. So I came up with this idea of the Good Life Protocol. So in business, in fitness, in just about every area of our lives, we generally come up with some kind of plan or system to follow. So you might set some business goals, you might set some fitness goals, whatever those goals are. Typically, you'll try and come up with a system to push you towards the direction of those goals. I mean, there was a big thing, certainly at the beginning of this year and the end of last year, where everybody was talking about systems over goals, and it's completely true. So I came up with this, and I'll share this image on my screen. It's called the Good Life Protocol, and it's a protocol. Sounds a bit business nerdy, I guess. But it's just something, it's a one-page document that just enables me to reflect instantly by looking at the Notes app on my phone. What am I doing and why am I doing these things? It gives me a reason. Why am I eating this way? Why am I hitting the gym this way? Why am I making sure that I'm putting in the effort in work today? Like, what's it all about? So I wanted to break down what's in mine and hopefully inspire you guys to maybe go and create your own protocol and have something to look back on every day and just, yeah, get a good feel and a bit of reflection on what you're trying to do with your life. So I've got a list of bullet points and I've also got some frameworks, and I basically took all of this information and just threw it in ChatGPT and said, can you just make me a nice one-page image with all of this stuff in, looking a little bit like a kind of newspaper thing. So I felt like I could wake up in the morning, like old school, look at my little newspaper sheet and get an idea of what's going on. So it's really simple, right? 7 to 8 hours sleep is a superpower. That's my top bullet point. Next one is get up at 6:30 every day. Easy. Next one, push back your first meal a little bit. Don't eat after 8 p.m. As you can tell, all these sort of guidelines are very, very simple. Lift at least 3 times a week. Simple. 20 minutes cardio every day. So that could be on the rowing machine, go out for a run, walk, do whatever. And I've got YouTube is my life's work as a journal. So sometimes when I've tried to consistently put out YouTube content before, I've sort of fallen off after like maybe a month or so. And I realized that was because I just didn't actually define why I was doing it. And then when I realized that like the reason I always want to do it is because I wish I had these videos to look back on, and I wish I had put something out there into the world that helped me the way that that helps other people the way YouTube helped me when I was younger. So trying to get that passion into it, making sure that YouTube is my life's work as a journal. Providing is my purpose. So that's another great point for me there. Providing is my purpose. Why do I work? Why do I do these things? Well, because providing for my family is my purpose. Business is my mission, and music is my passion. Read often. Hell yes or hell no. So that's something from an absolute legend, Derek Sivers, who started a company called CD Baby. He has a theory called hell yes or hell no. So if he is not absolutely buzzing for something, if he's not saying hell yes I want to do that, it's a no. There's no in between, because there's nothing worse than having a calendar full of things you're not that excited to do. So value your time, and it's hell yes or hell no. And then just lastly, to round it up, I have a little point there that says build your body, grow your bank, nurture your family, which are basically my 3 things I just love doing in life. So going into those in more detail, I do have some frameworks. So I've kind of got like a health and fitness framework, which is basically just, you know, whatever I'm eating at the time or doing meal wise and my workout plan. That's the kind of framework for that. Music is like, I have a framework for my music, which is sort of separating it from my work and making sure I'm having dedicated time where I'm writing songs, I'm rehearsing with the band, I'm doing gigs. Family, I've got just a paragraph here, I'll just read it out so you guys can get an idea. It's pretty much just me just mind, like, yeah, I don't know, just evacuating the ideas from my mind. And it basically just says, be present, say sorry, hug more, plan the week every Sunday night. Family is everything. My gift is my success and the freedom that gives me to be who I want to be for the people I love. Plan fun stuff for the weekends. It's just literally thoughts I've had that I've just put down. And then below there, I'll rinse through some of these because these get me fired up, right? So the last bit of this protocol, as well as getting an idea of like, I can look at this page every day and get fired up and know, yes, I'm on the right track. This is why I'm doing this. If you wake up and you're in a bad mood, man, just honestly pour a coffee. If you like coffee, I love coffee. Just sit down somewhere quiet and just read through this and just get your head in the right place for the day. And at the bottom of this note, I also have a section called motivational quotes. And these are just quotes that have resonated with me at some point. I write them all down in this note and it means I can just look back on them. I literally have tons of these. So I'll skim through a few of my favorite ones. Absolute classic. A fit body, a calm mind, a house full of love. These things cannot be bought. They must be earned. And that's so true. I absolutely love that quote. Life's for living. The journey is all there is. So enjoy every second of it. There's a great one here. Let me find it. From somebody who you may not expect, but Jake Paul. Now, there's a lot of hate out there for that guy, but I think there's some love too. And I absolutely love this. He said this in a podcast on the Iced Coffee Hour with Graham Stephan. And he said, sometimes I forget to stop and smell the flowers. It's just next task, next task, next task. And you end up just being a human doing, not a human being. And I love that. That resonated with me so hard. A human doing, not a human being. And I was like, wow, that is so profound. Now, I don't know if he came up with that, but I absolutely love that quote so much. All right, here we go. Jordan Peterson on finding purpose and meaning. The quote is, you have to watch. When am I doing something that alleviates my suffering? Those are the areas to focus on. So I really like that as well. It's not about this idea of like chasing purpose, chasing meaning, finding all these things. Just take away the bad stuff and what's left will be good. Almost like when you see videos of people creating these amazing marble statues and stuff. It's not about adding, it's about taking away, and the beauty is what's left. So this is going to be a pretty quick video today. Let's wrap it up with one more. Let me scroll down and find a more current one. Okay, so this is one that, here you go. I got two here, right, that resonate with me very recently, right, because we are due another child soon, which is really exciting, and we're hoping to move house in the next few years. We absolutely love where we are. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place in the world. But we want a bit more space. We want a bit more freedom for the kids and, you know, just to be somewhere different, a bit closer to family. And I have these huge aspirations to, like, I could just go off on an absolute tangent and want to buy some crazy mansion. But I know in reality it's not me. So I have to like try and control those feelings, and you will have that as well, whether that be like maybe a new car, you like get a bit of a hunger for that, or I hate the idea of having more than you need. You know, I want to have just enough and just enjoy life to the absolute max, not just have loads of stuff, right? And these two quotes were great. So Harvey Firestone, who was the chap who started Firestone Tires, big company in America, he said, every wealthy person I know without exception buys a gigantic house, and without exception, every one of them finds it to be a tremendous burden. And I just think that's so true. Like, we're in I think if you had a massive house, I feel like you just spend the whole time just like cleaning it or looking after it or just spending money on it. And another one similarly, Morgan Housel, having goals that don't leave the roof of your own house. Be selfish in a positive way. Bad financial decisions happen when you are chasing goals that are right for another person but wrong for you. It's an easy trap to fall into. And that is so true. You can spend 10 minutes scrolling on social media or Instagram, and within that 10-minute period, you just feel awful about your own life. And it's so ridiculous because so many of us, especially if you're watching this, you probably have like an incredible life. You're probably in the top 10% of the world. And we should be so grateful for what we have, you know. But yeah, listen, that Good Life Protocol is what keeps me feeling grateful on a daily basis. It's what keeps me focused. Like I said, I'll pop it up on the screen, and hopefully you guys are inspired to go and make your own little Good Life Protocol to help keep you on track to smash your goals, whether that be fitness, work, life, whatever it is. Amazing. I hope you've had a great Friday. Saying that because I upload these on a Friday. So if you do want more, make sure to check back next week. Hit subscribe, drop a comment if you need anything. You can go follow me on Instagram or whatever. And I'll see you in the next one. Laters.